All right, everybody, welcome on in. Welcome on in. Happy Friday. Just get the light fixed a little here. See me a little better. Welcome on in, everyone. Happy Friday. It's Friday of June. How's everyone doing today? All right, music's going. Microphone is on. We are set to do this. All right, here we go. So, what we're thinking for today, we are going to treat this just like a normal Finish It Friday stream. So, we're really just focusing on some tasks that we still have left to wrap up for the week. I've got some jobs I want to add. I was gonna try and I was filmed the weekly update for today, but I haven't gotten the chance to edit it together. I know the whole point of it wasn't to make any kind of polished video, but it still requires a little bit of editing to post. Otherwise, you'll see me staring at the camera blank for a couple seconds at a time as I try to string together some coherent thoughts, much like we do here on live stream. So yeah, I've got some jobs I want to add to the board. Some interesting ones this week, but hopefully you've got some stuff to work on as well, or if you just want to hang out and ping in the chat, that's totally fine with me. If you've got something to work on, also let me know. I feel like there was something else I wanted to share on that, but I can't think of it right now. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started, I think. Let's get this screen. There we go. Back at it with the job list. Let's see if I can make myself a little bigger here. One sec. Lock that. Hey Anna, any recommendations of what to see at the Florida Aquarium? Oh, loved your insights on presentations. Thank you. That means a lot. That was a fun one to put together. That was a lot. I enjoyed that one mainly because I enjoy presentations, like giving them. They are a lot of fun for me. I know a lot of people disagree with that. So I'm trying to like maneuver myself here. But I think they're a lot of fun because you work so hard on things. It's great to be able to share them. You get to tell a fun story or not so fun story, like can be fun to share that as well. I'll get to, I see you have another comment. I'll answer your Florida Aquarium question here in a sec. I presented at lab meeting this Wednesday and was super nervous, but it went well and they asked questions. That's fantastic to hear. I know a lot of people dread presenting at lab meetings, not just because like you have to prep for it, but it's like the people you work with. So there's like some weird layer of pressure that you have to do extra well for the people you work closest with. So they take you seriously. So I'm glad it I'm glad it went well. That's awesome. As for your recommendations on what to see at the Florida Aquarium, the Coral Reef Tank, obviously go visit the Coral Reef Tank with the fishes and, well, there's some fake ones. I think they have some acroporids there still. I went pretty recently and they still had some acroporids. Otherwise, the secret one that I am always like, go see, is there is a Signathid little exhibit. It's next to the big viewing glass. So it's like right behind the big tank. There's seahorses, there are pipe fishes. I think they even have some pipe horses, almost like an in-between. They're really cute to see, and I used to do research on them, so a little bit of my history and background thrown in there as well. But everything at the aquarium, I love the Florida Aquarium. I think they do a great job. They do some cool stuff. All right, so what have we got? Big thing with the job list today is I need to check the ones that are until filled that don't have a deadline. I've got a lot of these on here and I want to just make sure that they're accurate. For instance, first one we're checking, this job is no longer posted. Let's take care of that. Let's hide it so people don't think it still exists. We'll hide that one. Got some CRF and moat ones. Those are always the big ones to check. Always the big ones to check. What did you, Anna, what did you end up presenting at lab meeting today? Temporary data accounting. Curious to hear. Oh, was it a paper? Was it project-based? You presented at our lab meetings before too, and you did a great job. And I remember you had a very tricky topic. What would you recommend a high school student who wants to work in a lab one day do to prepare? That is an awesome question. A high school student trying to get into a lab one day, biggest thing you can really do is just express interest. So start communicating with professors or grad students. They're probably looking for some volunteer help. So it's great if you can just get your foot in the door and start getting some experience. Otherwise, just keep researching things like on the internet, take interest in job boards, or not job boards, community forums. So like spend some time on Reddit a little bit, or you can hop into our community forum. Like we're Coral specific, but you're happy to get involved that way too. Mainly thing is just start talking with people. Scientists love talking about their work, and they love when people listen. So it's a great time to, if you take interest in someone's work, they'll remember you. And it's a good time for you to figure out what you might like or dislike by talking to those people. So I hope that helps. That's a wonderful question. Anna, you presented on no natural products produced by dinoflagellates. Tried to explain taxonomy and how the names changed, but that was hard. Yeah, that was hard. Ever since 2018, we're still dealing with some fallout from that. But they're pretty stable at the moment. We're dealing with some diversity fun with them, but yeah, taxonomy for the symbionts is somewhat stable at the moment, for now. And what natural products were you working on? Let's see, education specialist, that's still there. I don't know if this one got taken, because again, it's a Google form, which makes it a little trickier. A little trickier to deal with that one. I'll leave it for now, but probably after, I'm going to just go ahead and schedule this one for 30 days. So I'll put it for the end of July, just in case. I'll keep checking it. I'll probably forget because I'm putting a little label on it, but we'll keep tabs on it. Now, Coral Vita. Okay, this is still available, but I saw that they opened up another position for the same thing. Okay, yeah, they opened up another one that I don't have on it. When was the exact moment you realized you wanted to become a scientist? Ooh, that's a great question. It's actually when I was in high school. I was learning how to scuba dive. This was in, I think, the Cayman Islands, I believe. And I was just picking up trash along the beach. I had been considering doing it for a long time. I had been scuba diving for about a year, so I was considering starting a career in marine biology, but nothing like pushed me over the edge. But I was talking with someone, a friend at the time, and he had asked me, just like I had just met him on this trip, and he'd asked me like an icebreaker question, like, what do you prefer, the journey or the destination? And I was like, oh, it's all about the journey. And I know that seems like a really weird way to think about being a scientist, but I'm like, I want to be a scientist. That was the actual thing that was like, I'm going to continue with this. little bit roundabout way, doesn't seem like relevant to becoming a scientist, but I had already been thinking about it at the time. Learning to scuba dive on coral reefs, like I had seen them getting degraded over years, and so it all came together at that point. I was like, yeah, I'm seeing the degradation of these reefs and I want to do something about it. So I'm gonna do something about it. And now, we're 11, 12 years since I decided that. Doing all right, I have to say, doing all right. So which one was I checking? Apparently I'm a very one-track mind today. Coral Technician 1 and Field Ops. Coral Technician 1, Field Ops. Okay, so they added the Coral Tech 2. That's a new one. So I'll keep that tab open and we'll add it to the list. I want to focus on polyketides, but I presented on all the ones I have found so far. That's neat. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I probably am wrong on this. I think a lot of the metabolite ones, the one I remember most closely are the betaines and other lipids. So I remember Lauren talking about lipids quite a bit and how they might serve a role in thermal tolerance for the symbionts. I am blanking on the other ones that I've seen though. Probably some immune related ones that are kind of associated with the establishment of symbiosis, which I know you're interested in. So I do remember a couple of those. I don't remember the specific papers because it's not my area of expertise, but I've certainly talked about them before. Certainly talked about them. Okay, yeah, I know. I still have these Google links here. Let's check their actual website again. Projects about to join us. Conservation project manager, so that's still there. And the biological field technician, that was land-based, that was terrestrial. I remember that from last week. Science comm officer at Moat. Is that not a thing anymore? Did that job get taken? Science communications coordinator. Just double check coordinator. Oh goodness. Okay, so it looks like that one got filled. I'm not surprised that one went really quickly. I am not surprised by that at all. That's a pretty good job. Next up is Science Program Officer. Is this the Mission Blue one? Yes it is, and since this is a blog post, I don't know if it's still even available. I feel like this is a tricky position to fill. So I'll keep it for now. Coral Gardeners, this one is still available. All right, now I've got all the modes, all the chemists. Life support tech, life support operator. I think the chemists were above it. Boat captain. So we have both life support. And are you guys just hanging out in here today, or are you actually I shouldn't say actually. Are you guys finishing up some tasks for the week too? Senior chemist. Oh, one of the chemist positions got taken. All right, all right. Which one? This is not the senior chemist. So that would be this one. Okay, so they filled that one. But senior chemist, now I got it, and the life support, those were all there. Let's check the biologists. Staff oop, wrong tab. Staff biologist 1, restoration monitoring, grazers, and the restoration data. So all of those are still available. Oh, we've got so many of these. What I'm hoping I'll get some time today to look at I want to look ahead at the calendar if we have some time today. I don't want to spend all my time on the job list, but I want to keep updated on this. Yep, all the CRF ones are still there. Do you and Anna know each other IRL? You seem to know each other well. So Anna was one of my excellent undergraduate research assistants during my time as a grad student. So she helped me with a lot of my PhD lab work. She was awesome, absolutely instrumental in my success. And now she is in her own graduate program doing some chemistry stuff, which I know nothing about because she is awesome at chemistry and I am not. All right, what else have we got? Aruba. I hope they're doing well down there. Aruba is just north of Venezuela, so I hope they're doing okay after those earthquakes. I do know someone from Venezuela. He just got back. Thankfully, no one he knows was injured, but he saw some of the devastation. It's rough. But I'm glad at least the people he knows are doing okay. Grant specialist and the staff biologist too is still available. I already checked that. Okay, so we're gonna try and go quickly through some of these additional jobs. I know the Coral Tech one, good here. So we'll pull this out and we'll get writing. I'm going to need someone to start curating this list for me. I want to be really up to date with this more than just like once a week. But I have so much other stuff going on too with Brief Unity Network and like manuscripts. I could certainly use some help with this. I don't know if we're there yet, but it would certainly be awesome. And then I could focus on like some content as well. Report. Grandma. Did I keep it as? Okay, I just did the island. Work type in person. Brief description. Here's the position overview. And then for description responsibilities, let's do we'll do this and hope that the formatting sticks. Otherwise, we'll just format it ourselves. But revealing, you said you were interested in doing some lab work. Can you tell me a little more about what you might be interested in? Are you interested in coral stuff, or are you just looking for any kind of lab experience? I'm curious to hear from you. Position overview, key responsibilities. Be happy to help you a little more if I can. So participate, conduct, maintain, all of the verbs, all of the fun verbs. Routine. Oop. Did I space those before? I probably should. Okay, of course, once I start typing, that's when OBS decides to crash on me. Here we go. Here we go. That looks better. That looks better. Now you can actually see what I'm doing. I'm a finance major, but I was asking to try and learn so I can help some friends who want to go into science. Yo, that's really kind of you. One of my best friends, he was a finance guy too. He would laugh at me when I would start talking science. I'm like, dude, leave me alone. Just let me do my nerd stuff. So I appreciate that you're trying to help support them. It's really kind of you. And the advice that I gave about just starting to communicate and start like trying things out, that's pretty universal regardless of what kind of science they want to get into, whether it's like medical or if it's environmental. It all holds up there because science is a process. It's not as super specific as people think it is. It's just the subject matter, that's when it gets specific. But the process itself is universal. Scientific, where was that? Oh, there it is. All right. I'm having a real fun time staying focused today. I'm not doing a great job at it. Even if I wasn't also streaming, it seems like I'd be having trouble with that. It's been a long week. It's been a very long week. Good. I hope everyone else's week was good too. Desired qualifications, education. What science field makes the most money? That's a tough question. I don't know if I have a good answer for that one. If I were to include medical research, probably medical research, although they're having a difficult time getting funding right now too. Environmental science-based ones tend to be a little bit less, but they're still fine. Like they still pay fairly livable as research positions. You can survive, you can get by on it. But I would assume medical and engineering would be the science fields that pay the most long term. Like medicine's very hard to get into right away because you need some kind of graduate school involved within it. Anna says, I'd say either analytical chemist or certain physicist. True, if you can find some application settings like food chemistry, I know food chemists who make a boatload. Or material scientists, so food or material scientists. Physicists, Anna, that'd be cool to hear more from you on like what kind of physics or settings that lead you to that. I'm not super familiar with that. Lab experience. So here's actually a good example. One second. So let me just refresh this. Here's a good example if you're looking at what kind of experience you need to, be in sorry, lost my train of thought there. You were asking about lab experience here. Here is a entry to middle level option for coral biologists. And the kind of experience they would need is they'd have to have experience taking care of corals and managing water quality. And then experience with scientific equipment, how to handle it, how to take care of it, and then just any kind of project management style things. So collecting and entering data, or just communicating, keeping things organized and up to date. And even for a position like this, all you need is a bachelor's, so you don't need a graduate degree for something like this. This would be like an entry-level type position, maybe a little higher than that. You would have to have some kind of experience. But yeah, that would be a good general way to look at it. Keep updating it here. Physics like Sheldon Cooper? Maybe. Maybe. They don't always talk about that in the Big Bang Theory, about how much they make. Which is funny, I rewatched that show about a year ago or something. So I hadn't rewatched it in a long time. So before I got into science was probably the last time I watched The Big Bang Theory. So watching it after or close to the end of my PhD was really funny. Because I'm like on the other side of that. And while it wasn't unrealistic for someone like Sheldon to, get his graduate degree at a very young age, the most unrealistic part of the show was that they had full-time research positions in like their early to mid 20s. Like that's the unrealistic part, especially nowadays. It's like, no, they got their graduate degrees, but they didn't do any postdocs. They didn't do any jobs after they finished. They went right into basically like a tenured research position. And that's just, no, that's not how that works anymore. I was thinking more nuclear energy is a big field involving many physicists and chemists. Yeah, I can see that being fairly lucrative. It's very specialized, and there's so many regulations around that you would need. Yeah, it's very specialized skills, so they probably pay a lot, but it is a lot of work to get that experience. And even though nuclear energy is gaining in popularity, or at least like the topic of nuclear energy is coming up more and more again, there are a lot of regulatory hurdles to overcome too. So in addition to research, you need to be a very skilled diplomat, which is true for a lot of science fields as well. But yeah, I have plenty of experience with regulatory hurdles in the environmental side of things. I hope to get more experience because that's something that always needs work. But I don't know. Financially speaking, going from oil to nuclear would be a great strain on us. It could be. It definitely takes some commitment, and new nuclear facilities are expensive. However, where does his email go? In the long run, it would be probably better. I would say that's true for conservation as well. Yeah, if we're talking regulations, yep. There's a lot of regulatory hurdles. Rightfully so, like, environmental resources are things that need to be taken seriously. Especially like cross borders. Like, we need to be respectful of each other's resources and their claims to those resources. Although that's getting a little crazy. Oh, I forgot to. Uh-oh. Forgot to check up on that. Oh, I think I have his email up here. Yep. Just give me this one. Just give me this one. Thank you. Random question, but does underwater welding affect corals anyway? I don't know of a lot of projects that would be doing welding near coral reefs. A lot of underwater welding would be done, I think that's usually done deeper, a little bit deeper. But there are plenty of coastal structures that may need maintenance that would require underwater welding. And that would, I'm not so familiar with that specific part, but you would certainly have to get permits for it, I'm sure. Environmental surveys, you'd have to consult with scientists likely throughout that process. Their actual effects on coral reefs, though, I don't know. Good question, though. I can honestly say I've never been asked that before. Post date, I know they put it 6/24. This is a full-time position. Husbandry. I think they specified. All right, so that does it for the coral technician position. Let's see what ICRS has going on this week. All right, we had left off, I know we had added Andrew Bakers. School for Field Studies, lecture in tropical coast ecology. I know I have that one. Coral Vita, we are now up to date with. Moat. What positions are these? Internships, which I'm not doing at the moment. And then staff biologist positions. Okay, which we already have. Interestingly, they didn't put the grazers on that one. I wonder if that means it was taken or if they don't consider it. They didn't consider it for the Coral Reef Society. I don't know. All right, what else we got? I'll check Ames, see if they've got new positions this week. They update fairly quickly. Nope, we already got all of those. So we'll look, see if any graduate positions got posted. We had left off, I think, with the Bay Lab. Allison Gould. That name rings a bell. Microbial symbiosis. Let's check out the Gould lab. I want to say she does coral. Microbial symbioses. I see a lot of reef fishes. So what do you do? Cardinal fish. Coral reef fish, luminous coral reef fish, hosted in coral reefs, but mainly done on fish symbioses, it seems. Why does her name ring a bell then? Symbiosis in a changing world. Maybe I have her confused with someone else. I don't know. All right, got one in Stony Brook. Computational biology, microbial ecology. Not familiar, but I will inspect. Projects. Changing climate. Any mention of coral? No. But cool work nonetheless. Ah, genetics. Oop, hang on. I'll get this updated. Give me a sec. I had checked right before I had changed the page. So that's annoying. Let me see if I can optimize this a little bit. Perhaps not. I'll have to play with that off camera. I'll have to deal with that off camera. Okie dokie. Last one. British Columbia. Asher leaks. Social evolution in viruses. Hold on. Oh. Never mind. We'll go back to safety. Oh, there's no... Okay, that's probably why. That's fine. Okay, we keep going. Let's check the ocean job board. Quickly go through... Where to go? Refresh. Dive instructor, coral restoration officer. What is considered officer? Dive instructor. Okay, got it. Coral catch expedition. Community pro. Hang on. Let me check GCRI. Do I have that one? I don't. I follow their social media. How did I miss this? Is it not specific? Oh, this doesn't look specific. Excuse me. When is they're accessing the DEEP program? Training and mentoring. Deep sea research. Okay, so maybe it's not directly what I'm doing. Oahu education. All right, from coral reefs. Doesn't look like this job is specifically for it. probably save this for another time. Supervisory marine biologist. Major duties. Okay, so you're supporting. Did I search keywords? Yeah, I did. Okay. I completely forgot if I did. Okay, so I don't have any of the GCRI ones on here anymore. But if I remember correctly, those had expiration dates. So I don't think they exist anymore. Because I know I did this one. Oh. Yeah. We already have that one. Right here. Right here. Ooh, a little focus there. Keep on trucking. Conservation dive master. Yep, have these. I have these. Fishing. A lot from the Coral Gardeners. Research assistant. Oh, that was 4 months ago. I don't think that's relevant anymore. Okay, nothing looks there. So let's go check. I know I don't often show this. Let's go check LinkedIn for a sec. Yeah, and there's mine. You don't need to see mine. Give me 1 sec and I'll update it. Just stare at my face while I get this refresh. There we go. Right, CRF. So we'll check. We'll go to jobs. We'll just do the same thing. Let's do coral. Doesn't need any kind of specific, just coral jobs. Oh, yep. I was gonna add this one. The Florida specialist. For Florida conservation specialist. I saw this one. And I like this one. Would be good to add. A lot of us here in Florida. Ocean Conservancy. A lot of us are familiar probably with Ocean Conservancy. They're a pretty big group, pretty well known. They've been around forever. And this is a cool opportunity to get involved with them. St. Petersburg, Florida, USA. This one is listed as, it's like remote and hybrid. I know. Excuse me. So I'm just gonna list it as hybrid because I also want people to come in too. I also want people to come in. So brief description. God, there's so many ads on this. Position summary, and we'll get the full summary and primary responsibilities. Oh, pretty short, pretty sweet. And let's update the formatting. Network. A lot of networking for this job. So you probably want to be comfortable public speaking and talking with strangers. Small talk. And also have some comfortability with policy topics. Help provide, represent, network. Making sure I got all the keywords in. All the keywords. 1 to 5 years of experience. They don't have one listed. So we'll put experience. And then we'll put the full required skills, qualifications, and experience. Oh, bachelor's degree. Ah. All right, well, we'll go back and add that. I thought they had that. Most people just list that first, typically. Most people list that first, typically. That's a weird way to say that. A genuine, ardent passion. Cool. I think this would be a really cool opportunity. I'm being honest. I think you kind of are you're in a unique spot. You have to talk about research, you have to talk about policy. Part of a nonprofit. As also like communicating. You have to be like, there's a lot of communication associated with this one, it seems. And personally, I think that'd be really cool. I think that would be an awesome thing. I like science communication. Hello, that's why we do this. So it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd have a lot of great impact. I didn't see that before. Okay. Was there a deadline? I don't think so. Salary, 60 to 65,000 dollars. Contact information, I don't think. They provided any, but I guess it would be the director of Florida Conservation. Let's check. Well, there's the application link. Oh my god, this is only the second one we've added? Yeesh. I'm making slow progress today. Oh well. Progress is progress, even if it's slow. Alright, I do not see. Contact info, not abnormal. When was posted? 23 days ago. Really? Interesting. I figured this one would have gotten gobbled up. I figured this would be a really popular one and they'd have no trouble filling it out. But it also means so many people applied, and I think on, what did it say on LinkedIn? Over 100 people clicked apply. Okay, so it's just taking a long time to get through the applications probably, because they're a lot. Over 100 people applied, that's a lot. This is more of a coordinator type, I would think. More like a project manager kind of thing, it sounds like. So networking, really a communications role. But it's like develop and refine Could I just put job category? Cool. Cool job. That could work. That could work. Okay. Let's go check out others. Oh, what is mate? What does that mean? FIO, okay. I think I have an idea of what this might be. Yep, assistant marine captain. First mate. Probably. Assistant marine captain. Okay, that's, I didn't. Alright, SeaWorld, zoological specialist. Excuse me. Alright, what are they taking care of? Water quality. I don't see anything about... Okay, well, you do need a scuba certification. This seems very general. Very general zoologist, which is fine. What else we got? Fish and wildlife technician with the state of Florida, FWC. Oh no, that's just a website. In Webster, Florida. Fisheries. Maintenance. Mechanical repairs. Buildings. Okay, yeah, that's not it. Beekeeper. Oh, we could be beekeepers. Let's do it. Oh, this is in Lakeland. Oh, no, it's not. It's in Fort Meade. Why did it say Lakeland over here? Anyway. There it is. So much clutter on LinkedIn. Drives me nuts. A lot of clutter. Ecological restoration. Yeah, but I'm guessing this is more a remedial role. As in, like, you're doing environmental remediation. Terrestrial. Primary, okay. Oh, primary location, excuse me, is in Sarasota, Riverview. Chainsaws. Okay, we don't really use chainsaws a lot with corals. We use other saws. So can I get it not? I know I didn't. Oh, I didn't realize I had a location filter on. Can I remove that? That's just USA, United States. Plant a million. Okay. They have oh. Is this still searching coral though? Yup. Really little information there. Very little. But it's there. It's information. It's relevant. So if I follow the link, will it give me a little more? Oh, dang. A lot here. I don't have that much time to go through all of this. Okay, we'll do our best. We'll do our best. Can you tell me more? Oh my god, that's it. Okay, I'd like to see a little more information about this, please. I'd like to hear. Wow, that was so spelling. Plant a million corals. This is forfeit. Summerland Key. In person, brief description. This is all you're giving, and you want MS or PhD, master's or PhD, and this is all the information you get. Give me a little something more. I did all this work. I need to know a little bit more about it, please. You're asking for a lot of experience, and you're not giving much in return. I know it's a pretty simple job, but still. Could have aided that, whatever. And people, please list your salaries. Please list your salaries. Please list your salaries. Okay. Excuse me, sorry about that. We'll just do the career links so people can find all of them. You don't need to see my taskbar. This, I don't know. I don't know what it was. This is practitioner. Straight through and through. Coral restoration technician. I spelled that right? Yep. Gotta double check these things, you know? Ooh, nope. All right, support daily operations. I'd say this is also, okay, so this one is more of a entry level one. Okay, but still I'd say a practitioner. Other requirements. Ha ha ha. Probably the same, I assume. Yep, same email address. Okay. Same application link. That makes it a little quicker, which is nice. Is this one full time? I assume yes. A little locked in here. We got locked in. Hit a little bit of a gold mine. I like when we find new things where we can get a lot of information from. Finish off that iced tea. Since they only do corals, I'm going to allow for this education position because I know they're going to be talking about corals. And what is this? Develop and deliver K through 12 materials. Yep. Math's on par. We're looking for bachelor's. Full requirements. Communication skills. And teaching experience. Teaching and curriculum experience. Those are fun. I like making curriculum. I think it's a ton of fun. Like a puzzle. And you get to make it yourself. Oh, it did say. Oh, nice. So this is education. Next. Again, since this is coral focused, like I know it is, I'll put it. Yeah, I'll put it in. Because like, I do communications and digital marketing. And I'm a coral restoration researcher, so it happens. We can fill many different roles. It's fine. And since it's like a coral organization, that's why it needs to be a coral organization, really. This one is remote. Did I finish that sentence? I was saying before, did I lose my train of thought? I have no train of thought today, guys. Zero train of thought. And I'm running out of steam. I had that iced tea, like you just saw me finish. And I'm still running out of gas. No, I still have a long afternoon ahead of me. It's only 2 o'clock. It's only 2 o'clock. It's okay. It's okay. We'll make it. I think I just need to get a little bit of movement, a little bit of activity going. or I just need to sleep. This week, I feel like I could have slept through all of this week. And I've been sleeping great. Like, my watch has been saying I'm sleeping great. Been going to bed like a little later than normal, but still getting, the full 8 hours. I'm still just beat. I guess there's a lot going on right now between, running this business. I'm still coaching. I'm still consulting, which is part of running the business. Again, I lost my train of thought. Wow, that's what started this conversation and that's what's ending it. I don't know. I lost myself. People say like, "Oh, you lost me." I lost myself. I lost myself. I even lost the music too. Like the music even wandered off. But we persist. This one's technically in Summerland as well. But I'll put it as remote because it is listed as either in person or remote. So I'll put both. Asparagus experience. See, I'm losing my mind. 3 years, proven grant, writing track record. I'm wondering how one actually people who get or take grant writing jobs, like if that's what you're going to be doing, I don't know, it's weird. To have grant writing experience, you need to write and receive grants. If you are doing that, you're probably doing a different project. Like I'm imagining a scientist, like we write grants to fund our research. If someone wants to go into a grant writing job, they would, well, how do you get experience doing that? Like, maybe I'm making like a false dichotomy here, where it's like it's probably someone with grant writing experience from research or nonprofit work. I guess, okay, so if you have experience, like if you started in a nonprofit and you helped get grants in some kind of entry-level role, that would give you the experience for it. Okay, so I'm just being dumb, and that's fine. I wonder how many of these grant writing jobs, if you're like dependent on it, like if you're dependent on the grant money, if you're, in a nonprofit, like probably a large degree, and they would want someone who continues to get grants. They're not going to keep someone hired who's not bringing in money, probably. I don't know. But like, I didn't get into research to write grants. Operations. No, this is funding. This is funding. Oh, cool. Don't see your role. You can ask about creating roles. I'll keep considering that. All right, so we've got another about 15 minutes here. This was 9 months ago. I remember this job. This job was taken, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Review date last September. That's what I thought. I'm confused. This was last September? I I don't know. No, don't move it to LinkedIn. That's helpful, but I'm just looking around. Assistant scientist 2 days ago at CMAS. Carbonate and photomosaic Caribbean coral reef ecosystems. Cool. Yep, that fits. This is it with, this is with AOML, yep. I'll put the full one here. This is academia. All right, what are they looking for? What? Did I not copy that? There we go. Instruction. Oh, never mind. Orthomosaics. Oh, that froze. Sorry, folks. I'm on it. There we go. Now you know what I'm actively working on. Must possess PhD. Ooh, not PD. And when is this due? I don't see anything. Still filled, celery. Not listed. I thought they usually did. I feel like I've seen other ones from them where they have posted it. I don't know. No, don't open notes. Come on, come on, come on. That is a feature, like, I get that it can be helpful, but I have used it like once in the several years that it's been available. 3 days ago, June 23rd. Full-time research. All right, another one. This looks like I thought this was the Dallas Cowboys for a second. conduct field surveys of coral reef ecosystems, the Florida Keys. Tag and track spinner dolphins, collect plankton. These are very different things. They want like a true general, like marine biologist. What? Apply? Why does it just open LinkedIn? Is this real? Software development company? All right, well, moving on from that, because I don't know what that's about. Dolphin Quest, dolphins, Jacksonville Zoo. Texas Aquarium, Corpus Christi. Frost Museum. Let's see about this one. Yup. I guess we have one from Moat, so we should put this one from Frost, right? Like 2 weeks ago, 0 applicants. Because it seems a little vague to me, but I guess we put the one from Moat, so we should put the one from Frost. Profit. This is in Miami. Cool place. Cool place to go. Or to take care of Aquaria if you're not there. I was really hoping that would carry over. But that's a long list. Here we go. This will probably be the last one today. We added a lot. We added a lot today. I'll have to post about this. I wish I didn't care about formatting, but I do. It's important. I should say, I wish I didn't have to care about formatting. That's what I really like. This is a lot of work. And it probably doesn't make a difference, but at least it looks better to me, and I think that's important for, you know, conveying information. It has to look okay. And there's a lot here. Okay. It's a lot for someone who just won a high school diploma with. Bum, bum. What just happened? Ability. Oh no. Shoot. No. Okay, I gotta go restart on that. Dang it. Why isn't that? Come on. Okay, I'm getting cranky. This will be the last one for today that I do on stream. I've got some other things to start taking care of at 2:30, and this is getting tiring. Right, education. There we go. Did they have Oh, it's on LinkedIn. Okay. This looks like until build. Not. Let's. Whoa. Can I get the link for this, please? Thank you. 2 weeks ago. June 12th. That did not take me that long to calculate. Don't worry. That did not take me that long to calculate. Was not that slow with it. Come across too many part-times, interestingly. Oh, no. Oh, we're almost to 40, guys. We're almost to 40. If I spend a little more time on this weekend, we'll probably break that, because there's still more on this list. I didn't even go on, what's it called? Blue Sky. I didn't even go on Blue Sky on this yet, which looks like where I would head next. But I think that's where we're going to leave it today. I have to take care of some other tasks, but I hope you were able to accomplish some of the things that you've been putting off today. We'll do this again next Friday, finish some more tasks. Hoping to branch out more from just doing the job list, but everything has been so busy with me lately. This has kind of become the best time to do the job list. Gives you a little sneak peek into it, as well as some of the resources too, and I'm happy to share that. But I think I will leave it there. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Friday. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you on the next one. So take care and bye bye.